welcome to the task force.
My name is Officer Mateo, and I'm here to teach you how to ride that motorcycle.
Can I take it with me tonight?
It's not funny, Anderson.
These past couple of months, they've really been great.
They just found a girl's body in a ravine near Sugar Ranch.
Come on, you're gonna do it first. Let's go. It's not that hard. Once you do it, once you leave,
I'm a born leader.
Geronimo, buddy.
Yeah, Geronimo and our sister Pocahontas.
Are you all right?
What happened?
Let me see this. There's the culprit right there. You must have bent it on the way out.
Thanks, Rick.
Hey, look, next time we go up,
You're kidding.
Say it, you got the
We got root beer, we got some orange, we got some lime. I'll give the man a lime. Take care of him.
You're,
Jesse Arnold.
Jesse Arnold, and,
Rich Hoffman.
we received your applications last week. How do you open this?
Oh, would you please take care of my man, please? Got it right. Thank you so much. Yes, give him the right
Looks like I'll have to give you guys special consideration, if the soda's cold.
Thank you, Captain.
Hi, Pepper, putting them away?
Trying.
Chris Evert.
Oh, watch out for his forehead. It's evil.
With him, you gotta watch both hands at all times.
Will you get out of here, spoil sport?
Hi, Pepper. No, that doesn't count.
What are you doing here?
Come over here, Bill. We just had our first parachute jump. It was my first and last. This is Bill Crowley, Michelle Parker.
Hi, how are you? Nice to
She's
see
a friend
you.
of Rick Mateo, so Rick invited us to the party. Nice to meet you.
This is Yancy Parnell, Ad Narc.
Hey, how are you?
But not for long.
Hi.
Not for long. This is the outfit I've been waiting for.
The task force?
All right.
Yeah.
He's here to make a few points with the brass. Male insecurity. Are you sure you're from Georgia?
Parnell, you're the guy who keeps winning all the contests, right?
Well, it's really no big deal. I mean, I haven't won anything major yet. But I've been entering these things since I was a kid.
How about your last prize, Yancy? The one from the My Suggestions for the Rose Bowl competition?
You never know when a relief map of Pismo Beach is going to come in handy.
Where do I know you from?
She works in our department, Bill.
Fingerprints. And I would like to have your fingerprints on a glass.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Tequila and
Sure.
tonic.
Come on over here. Come on.
What did the Reverend do now?
We've got great ice cream this week. It's chocolate pecan.
He made it?
4 gallons.
4. Listen, if it would keep you guys from boozing, I'd crank out 10.
Okay, give me a key. Give me a note. Go ahead.
L'aurore di bianco vestita, già l'uscio dischiudi avanzò, di già con le rosso sedita, carezza di fiore lo stuolo. It's breaking my heart to remember the dreams we depended upon. You're leaving a slow dying ember. I'll miss you, my love, when you're gone.
Hello.
I wish you joy,
Don't
though
make me cry.
teardrops burn. But if someday you should want to return, oh, they non sei di luce manca. Till then,
Hi, Bill.
you're breaking my heart.
Fantastic. Thank you. Thank you for
You
this.
dance very lovely.
Thank you. That was.
Hey, Gumba. In the last verse of the last chorus. B flat, B flat,
What, B flat?
yada.
I goofed?
You goofed.
Oh, no! No, this suit is not for swimming.
All right, I
No.
promise.
No, I don't trust you.
I won't do it.
I don't trust you.
I swear to you. I swear to potato salad, I won't throw you in.
You promise?
I won't. I promise you.
Oh,
I'm not a fighter. I'm a lover.
and a pretty good singer. Or an octopus.
You gotta be kidding. What are you trying to prove? You got some kind of a death wish?
You know, that's what they all say. But I'll make it. Ask Yancy. We both filled out our applications last Friday.
Side by side, Sergeant Crowley.
Well, wish you luck.
I don't need luck. I'll race you, Sergeant Crowley, anytime you say.
Me?
Rick tells me you were quite a hot dog in your time.
Did you say in my time?
In your time.
Honey, you just said the magic word. You got yourself a race anytime you say.
There you go.
Now.
Now?
fifth pack today. Hey, how many did Ned say he spotted yesterday?
Well, about 50 riders all heading the same way.
Yeah, Sugar Ranch.
Any earth-shattering comments before we take off?
Yeah, I have. It's about the bulletproof vest that we're getting, I hope. All right? But there's one little problem with them, Sarge. There's no guarantee.
Oh, that's beautiful, beautiful. You get shot, you stay shot.
That doesn't seem fair, does it, Sergeant?
Oh.
Gentlemen, the grievances of our compadre, our golden-throated friend, has been duly noted and will be filed in the men's room.
Yeah.
All right, let's hit the streets.
Up ahead. Let's check them out.
Pull it over.
¿Qué pasó? What's happening here? What's going on? What's happening here, Comet?
I see a driver's license.
Driver's license. Everybody wants to see your driver's license. They all want to see the driver's license. There you go, Pally.
Take it out of the wallet.
Okay, you guys, back to the bike. Come on, move it out, move it out.
What's going on?
Robert Olchin.
Robert Ocean, that's right. Now these people here, they call me Babu, booby.
Yeah, well, your people should have told you that you have no front license plate on your van.
What do you mean I have no plate? How can you tell me there wasn't a plate on the front, huh?
Bobo, lighten up. That is his mission in life. Hey, that is your mission in life, my porcine friend. So you go ahead, write us up.
Save it, Turkey, for someone who's interested. Where are you heading?
We're going up the road. Trip up the road.
I'm just asking you where that might be.
Tell him.
Well, sir, our plan is to ride until we get to a place where we're going to meet some old acquaintances of ours and their ladies. And we're going to have a reunion, you might say.
Sugar Ranch, maybe? The old movie Ghost Town?
Sugar Ranch.
Sugar Ranch. That sounds good.
Sugar Ranch, like 4 years long. It's a good trip.
You okay?
I'm fine.
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the
Oh,
lady.
hang on, pal. Now, this is my old lady. She left talking new cops. Her name is Marco Polo, if you want to know her name. That's if you want to know her name.
You sign that, please?
Yeah, let me sign it on the autograph, the little autograph gag, huh? Gets a little rough sometimes, you know what I mean? So I'll just break it here. There you go, pal. Let's boogie!
Bye.
Let's boogie!
I wasn't speeding, officer.
No, you weren't.
Well, so what did I do wrong?
I'd say it was a clear case of blatant mopery.
Blatant mopery? See that sign? Moping is allowed on this thoroughfare between 10 a.m. and 2:30 p.m.
What do you know about that? They must have changed the ordinance.
So what are you charging me with?
Well, how about you have no illumination over your rear license plate?
How about you take off your dark glasses? Is that all you cops have to do? Go around writing tickets? Why don't you catch the people who are committing the real crimes? The rapists, the robbers, stickball players. Now that's blatant mopery.
You know, that's a very good idea. We'll talk about it tonight over dinner.
Suppose I tell you I already had plans, made weeks and weeks ago. Suppose I tell you that if...
Suppose I tell you that I can charge you and book you for engine pumpering.
Did I do that?
Callously.
I deserve dinner. I'm going to the basketball game with Rick Mateo tonight. You want to get another ticket and we'll all go together?
I can't think of anything I'd rather do more than go to the basketball game with Rick Mateo.
Yeah?
I've heard all those old songs.
Yeah, you sure you don't mind?
Oh, are you kidding?
No, you don't mind?
Hey, sweetheart, how would you like to go to the basketball game tonight?
No, thank you, sir. Those chauvinists upstairs, they turned down my task force application, but not for long. I've talked to my attorney, and she says that if I can...
She says?
Yes, she says if I can get enough girls in the department to sign applications, those deadheads upstairs are going to have to act. Take on at least a handful of us.
Excuse me, I have to go talk to one of those deadheads upstairs. See you later,
Yeah,
sweetheart.
I'm sorry, Michelle.
Pepper, women must be allowed to work any division of the department they choose. Now, we have earned that right. Is that correct or isn't it?
Well, yeah, sure.
Good. Then you'll sign one and send it up, right?
If it'll help, yeah, I'll sign.
Great.
Tolimicha così. Alla mai core. It means my life I'd give for you, heart and soul. Sia bene, compa, e sospiro. I pray you'll take my hand. I adore you. I do. I do.
There it is.
In every dream I stand breathless before you. I pray you'll take my hand.
Carlo, remember when you used to dance on the Makota with me? Me, was I pretty like her back then? Liar.
From stars, I'll make your crown and kneel before you. I pray you'll take my hand. I adore you. So open up your heart, please.
I don't dare.
Oh, yeah. Leading to heaven. A heaven. Look at me. Mine and yours. Anna Macore.
Always a thrill to be called in on my day off. What is it, the Gomez case?
No, I just thought maybe you'd like to come in, sit down, and have a little drink with me.
At 9 o'clock in the morning?
It might make the news easier to take.
What news?
Well, I don't know how to break it to you, but I thought maybe a Boilermaker or two might help.
Oh, I'll take it now. Straight and no Boilermaker. What's up?
Okay. Thanks to the avalanche of applications from women hoping to join the motorcycle task force, The powers that be, rather than risk a civil suit, have decided to accept a token group of 4 policewomen and 1 sergeant to try to qualify.
No.
You want to guess, Kimosabe, who the sergeant is? Welcome to the task force.
You know what it feels like, Charlie? That morning you were off to your first day at school.
I am. Task force school.
Hello?
Hello, Pepper? Michelle. Listen, did I wake you?
No, I was in the pool.
Well, this is the day. Do you want to pick me up in about an hour or do it the other way around?
Here's one I'll cook for us tonight. Roughage hamburgers.
I'm having meatloaf.
Hey, that's great. Nearly the same thing. All you need to add is a cup of groats.
Gross. Hey, Mom. Do you remember Pop talking about Pepper Anderson? He worked on a couple of cases with her. Well, don't you think it'd be kind of fun if we had her over some night for supper? Cookout, maybe?
Just pick the night and I'll pick up the steaks.
You said it, Michelle. This is it. Oops.
It's our day, a milestone for women all over the world.
Yeah, at least for 5 of us.
Well, I'll see you later. Pep?
Yeah?
Do you always go swimming at 5 in the morning?
Every morning, just before my polo match.
My favorite fares. You and little Fritz.
Yeah, well, these are allowed.
Get the door, get the door, get the door.
Yancy.
Hey, group. Hey. This is the morning, huh?
This is it. Pull up a chair, dig in.
Fritz, this is one morning I do not feel like eating.
Why? Did you come in first in that cat food contest?
3rd. I won a 3-year supply.
All you need now is the cat.
Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. You like that, huh? Jesse Arnold. All-star, UCLA, Medal of Valor. Last year, saved that busload of kids that went off the bridge.
Oh, that Jesse Arnold.
Yeah.
How nice of them to save him for me.
Go get him, honey.
Let's go.
This is a motorcycle. It can kill you, or it can save your life. Now, it's a tool of your trade. Now, if you can't handle it or take care of it, you're useless at the task force. Now, let's go to work. Mateo, Group 1, Crawford 2, Thorpe 3, Yavich 4.
Down here on the left side of the motorcycle is the ignition key, and that will turn the motorcycle on. Extend your right arms, please, and put them on the right handlebar. That is the throttle. That will make the motorcycle go. Right forward of the throttle is a red button. That is a kill switch. All right, a kill switch. If you're ever in any kind of situation where you cannot control the bike, and you use this, and it kills the bike. Mount up! Take that one.
I say? Sorry about the opera. I forgot this was cruise night.
Yeah, well, we can catch Aida anytime. That's nothing.
Yeah, well, we got everything here but the camels.
I don't believe it. Hi, Reverend.
Hey, evening. Pepper. Say, I hope I didn't louse things up by putting Rick back on duty tonight.
Oh, no, we can get a bite to eat later. It's...
If there's anything that I can... Heather, what are you doing here? Heather!
Who's Heather?
That guy's unreal. It's his daughter.
I don't believe that. Did you see that yellow job with the 3 wheels? I don't believe this.
Well, here comes one of those packs I was telling you about.
That one?
Yep, that's it. Now, I think you're due for a little time in the bucket, you know? You just try to resist me and I'll break your neck. Oh! Put your hands on that hood!
Come on, get him on him. Is she all right? She's all right.
I'm all right. Hey, handsome. What did you have to butt into a little innocent fun for?
Is he one of your freaks?
He's one of Bobo's people.
Yeah, I thought so. They smell like they both use the same cologne.
Back it
up. All right, come on, let's break it up. It's all over. Come on. Back it up, everybody. Come on, back it up.
You know, Johnny,
All right, come on, get up. Back it up.
one day I'm
everybody.
gonna mop the street with that blue uniform. You can tap dance on his head.
I'll take a half cup, make it black.
Still freeloading, huh, Ricardo?
How you been?
Pretty good. Missed you at the handball court last week. Where were you?
Busy. Wow, I thought you wanted to see me, man, not poison me. It's terrible.
You forget that it was your mother who taught me how to make coffee in the first place.
It was, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, I got something this morning. Missing persons. Look at this. Her name's Joan DeMarco. I was taken about 3 years ago. Now she'd be 18. It's the daughter of a state senator, Sacramento. Ran off with a chopper freak about a year ago.
Know his name?
Yeah, we ran a make on him. His name is Robert Olchin. He calls himself Bobo.
Olchin. His left hand missing?
Yeah, that's right. He lost it in a motorcycle accident a couple of years ago.
Yeah, sure, I know this kid. I pulled that creep over, Olchin.
Where?
Sighted him on the highway. She's sitting next to him in a van. Yeah, quiet kid. She looked like she was half in the bag all the time.
The folks said that he's made a real tramp out of her.
She looks a lot different. She has shorter hair now.
Was that right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, this morning, got this. That's what they received yesterday.
Got your daughter. You can have her back for 25 thou. We'll be in touch. R.O. Robert Olchin?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you think he's going to be dumb enough to put his name on something like this?
Could be that spaced out. Or it could be proud of his work. You got any idea where you can locate her?
I have a pretty good idea of where I can look, I'll tell you that.
Would you be having any spare change for a brother?
Where's the girl?
Girl? You want a girl? Look at all these brothers.
Come here, baby. Come over.
Huh? You want to spend $100 on this one?
Joan DeMarco, where is she?
Joan DeMarco. Oh, Marco Polo. She became a famous world traveler, so she must be traveling, you know. She split.
She split, huh? Yeah. Split where to?
How am I supposed to know? She got in the breeze. First of all, pal, I don't even care, you know? And in the end, maybe she went home.
No, she ain't home, pal.
She's got a lot of bread, you know.
She ain't home. There's a missing out on her.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, that's a drag. And all I can say is maybe you can run an ad in the free press, like girl missing or something. You know, hey, listen, what are you hassling me for with all this jazz? I don't need this.
How about something simple for you?
What's that?
When's the last time you saw her?
Let me try something simple. I said she split. Nice looking guy like yourself. Shouldn't have any trouble getting a broad, huh? Let's go. Come on, let's get out.
I thought that redhead was your little chick.
Just because she parked her butt on my bike a couple of times, that doesn't mean she's my lady.
Good looking rider, you know what I mean? She can ride that bike. I was talking to her the other day.
They just found a girl's body in a ravine near Sugar Ranch.
The decomposition of the cadaver is severe, as you can see. And we won't have any luck with dental reports. The jaw was broken. Most of her teeth were knocked out, probably due to a fall down that ravine. But obviously, she's a female Caucasian in her late teens or early 20s.
Was there any drug content in evidence?
Yeah, pretty damn high.
Think it was a homicide?
Yeah, I'd say. I judge mainly because of these slash marks. Probably made with a sharp instrument.
Steel? A steel claw, possibly?
Mount up! We've been here 6 weeks now, and I want to see some improvement. Ready? Pour now! following officers please remain a few moments? Morrell, Randall, Peyton, French, Hennings, Taylor, Franklin, Johnson. Rest dismissed. Would you please come over here? Look, I'll make this brief. Unfortunately, everyone can't be chosen a member of the task force. Now, we've observed you through all phases of training, and we feel that you need more work in order to qualify. I'm sorry, I know how you feel. But let me say this. With practice, I'm sure that most of you could qualify. And you're welcome to try again next year. Any questions?
Well, it's back to juvenile for me. I miss the kids anyway. I'm sorry, Charlie.
Salute.
Thanks
Next person I'll be saluting is the sergeant in charge of pencils, pens, and paper clips.
Hey, Charlie, we know how you feel, buddy. Nobody likes to be washed out of anything, but it happens to everybody, you know what I mean?
I am not everybody, Rick. I'm gonna have a heck of a time pushing that pencil around for the next year without you.
Listen, I'll tell you what. I'll make a deal with you. I will help you myself on my time off, okay? Deal?
We can help you together.
You mean that?
Sure, we mean it.
Sure.
Okay, then no tears, no lumps in the throat, no soap opera. Instead, a toast to the loveliest lady ever to tame a bike.
Me? No lumps in the throat, no tears. I almost let a few slip out.
He'll be all right. He'll be all right. He said it himself. There's always next year, you know? Just like there's gonna be tomorrow night for you and me.
Rick, I think I better stay in tomorrow night.
No way. No way. Forget it.
Look, I got so much stuff to do. Listen, it's Linda Hoffman's shower tomorrow. I don't even have her a gift yet. I got to pick up my dry cleaning, and Tuesday is the graduation ceremony. I haven't even had time to wash my hair. Rick?
So what's the big deal? You do all that, and I'll pick you up at 8:30. Okay?
You're too much.
Okay. Sleep tight.
You too.
All right. Bye-bye.
Ciao.
One more stitch. Hey, you want to see something great? Look at that. Hey, how about that? How about that for a diploma?
Beautiful. Now the women's lib has brainwashed you into sewing your cute little patch on there. Would you give me a hand, please?
Yeah, here, Turkey.
Hey, why do they call these things hibachis anyway?
It's Japanese, Jesse. What else they gonna call it?
Oh, yeah. Never thought about it that way.
Stuff.
Oh.
Real.
It's good.
Austrian potato salad.
Yeah, well, like my granddaddy used to say, they're good. Pussycat? Thank you. Thank you. Hey, give me the light fluid. Somebody got light fluid.
There you go. Michelle, I want you to smell this bread. I baked it.
So I hear. Well, it smells like bread, but I have one question. What in the world is hulled rice and wheat bread?
Just wait till you taste it, honey.
Yeah, you just wait. That whole rice is gonna go down like Yankee cannonball.
Yeah, funny, Yancey. Ha ha.
I like it. I like it.
I think you've been polishing that bike too much, pal.
Got to pamper them or else they're gonna turn sour on you. Know what Sergeant Barnett said to me?
I do, pray tell us.
That our bikes will become like wives.
Sort of like with this piston ring I thee wed.
I wouldn't let Linda hear you say that.
Well, Linda heard it. She's just here to say that this skinny little Fritz over here is I thee wed to me.
Hey, man, I'm not skinny. I'm slim.
No, you skinny.
Hey, attention!
Oh! All right, yeah.
Oh,
Let's have some of that.
hey.
Give me.
Okay. Which one of you newly graduated motor cops is going to burn it for me?
No,
look at me. He's the host.
Okay.
That's right. You're elected, you skinny motor cop.
Yeah, but you fat cats do all the eating.
It's good. Rick, Bill had that talk with the chief. I'm going back with my unit, with Bill and Pete and Joe. Means I won't be seeing you every morning at the crack of dawn.
Hey, I'm not gonna like that too much.
No, neither am I. He explained that I did what I did to help out the other girls who might want to ride a bike, or an elephant, or an aardvark, or whatever they come up with.
Did you have fun?
I loved it.
Yeah.
But don't tell anybody from personnel.
No, I won't. But I'm really happy that you know how to ride now because we can just take off, ride out into the sunset like Dale Evans and Roy Rogers.
Mateo and Anderson. What a quinella.
Have I ever told you?
Yes. You have.
That I have always been. Come here.
Yes.
That I have always been a pretty happy guy, you know. I mean, reasonably happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, what a guy can expect out of life. But these past couple of months, they've really been great. They've been the best. They have been the best. Give me that mouth. Hey, listen to me.
Mm-hmm.
There's somebody watching us through the window. Now just relax.
Shall I call the police?
Never. Hey.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Just stay here. Don't move from here, okay? Hey, where do you keep the coffee? I need some coffee.
Above the stove.
Above the stove? Why does everybody always keep the coffee above the stove?
I don't know.
What the hell are you doing here? Come on, get out of here. Come on. Get out of here.
Who was it? Did you see him?
Whoever it was, he got away.
Did you get a good look at him?
I couldn't see him. It was too dark. Listen, I really better go. It's getting pretty late, and I have to be in early tomorrow morning. I'll give you a call in the morning, okay? Dr. Guy, please. Rick Mateo. Sweetheart, look, I'm really sorry to call you so late. Yeah, no, I got a little problem. I'm gonna talk to you about it. I'll be on duty most of the day tomorrow. I'll come by and see
Hey, Gina, where you been? Bill? Hi. Gang? Bill? Who is it?
It's Rick. Last night you got hit by a van.
The cops want me, and if they find me, they're gonna make me talk. I mean, there's no doubt about that.
But as of right now, we want him. So get to your snitches and light some fires under him.
Mrs. Osborne, the real reason I'm here is to ask for your help.
Doing what?
We're trying to find Cleon Wells.
All right, Wells. We're the police. Hold it right there.
All right, this is the holdup, you people. Nobody make a stupid move and nobody gets hurt.
All units in the vicinity on 13 Adam 43 and 211 silent at 1012 Raleigh. 13 Adam 43, your call is code 3.
Same memo as last week and the week before. Same disappearing motorcycle act.
Taking it kind of personally, aren't you?
No, I'm not taking it personally. I just get tired of being outsmarted once a week.
Only once a week. That's kind of an improvement, isn't it?
Why do I feed you a line like that?
All units code 4, Roger 13 Adam 30. That's Sam Queen Adam 85.
Well, they got here fast.
Yeah, it's not fast enough. Anything new or different?
No, the same various descriptions as usual, but everybody agrees on the helmet.
What about the employees? Were they any help?
Yeah, well, they all agree on one thing, too.
What, that they was robbed?
I bet there was no camera at this place either.
We're lucky. Got a tape deck.
I don't know how good the pictures are, but...
At least we got a tape.
Well, how about that? What do you say, about 5'6", 5'7", 165 pounds, something like that?
Caucasian, Oriental, black.
All of the above.
He didn't carry out any more than he could carry easily.
No? Just what he got from the tellers, same as before. Obviously, he didn't want to take too much time.
Left-handed. Yeah, he held his gun with his left hand and looked at his watch on his right. Let's take a look at it again.
Come in.
Here's the readout Casper, Sergeant.
Oh, thank you, Sergeant, excuse me, Officer Quinlan, right. Oh.
You're welcome anytime.
She's in Taberlane.
Quinlan.
Certainly is.
Quinny.
Yeah, I thought I remembered some holdups a few years ago with them, similar to the ones we've been working on. Like, well, I mean, not exactly the same, but close. Disguises, the quick getaway, the recorded voice, all that. So
So you took your recollections down to tabulating on the first floor, and Officer Quinlan fed them into the computer.
2130, it's an incredible machine.
Must be, with measurements like that.
Yeah, well, let's see what we got here. Andrew Turner and Raymond Osborne convicted 6 counts of armed robbery, still serving time in a federal penitentiary. Cleon Wells, now there's a familiar name.
Sure is. Big rap sheet. Armed robbery, assault, GT, burglary. Probably serving time somewhere, usually.
Not necessarily. It seems he turned state's evidence against these other 2 clowns, Turner and Osborne. His testimony put him away, and he got off with 2 years, which were up a little more than 2 months ago.
How about a description?
He back on the streets?
Yeah, you could say he's back on the streets, but it's more likely an alley.
Who was his parole officer?
Albert Mark, his P.O., has reported him in violation of parole, disappeared 2 weeks after he got out. Male, Caucasian, 36 years old, 6'4", 270 pounds.
My type, but definitely not our hold-up man.
Nobody could be running it, couldn't he? With a new set of partners.
Motorcycle disappearing with 2 riders in broad daylight.
And with money.
All right. Cleon Wells has been on the wanted list for a couple of months, but as of right now, we want him. So get to your snitches and light some fires under him. Triple it if you have to.
See you later, Ben.
Yeah. I got a list of some names here for you to check out. When it comes to girls' friends, looks like, beyond like variety.
These 2 in jail, they have family?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, Osborne was married and has 2 children. Turner's married and has 1 kid. Both the wives still live in town.
His address is current?
You think the computer would lie to me?
Of course not. Sergeant, Crowley.
I'm pretty busy today, miss, and I really don't need anything.
And, I'm Sergeant Anderson. I'd like to speak to you for a few minutes, if I may.
Oh, my God, Raymond, something happened to him.
No, Mrs. Osborne, he's fine as far as I know.
Oh, well, come on in. Would you like a cup of coffee?
That'd be good, black. No sugar.
Okay, go on in. I'll heat it up.
All right. Thank you. Hi.
Hi.
Who are you?
I'm the Osborne kid. I'm Harry.
Hi, Harry.
Harry, this is, Miss Anderson.
We've met.
Mom, may I play over at Spruce's house?
Sure.
You be careful crossing the streets, huh? Look both ways.
Okay, don't worry, Mom.
He's adorable.
Well, let's face it. You're right. Coffee's hot. Let's have a cup.
Sorry.
It's okay. Keeps you hopping, doesn't it?
Well, I was a model in my younger days, so making the transition to hostess wasn't too bad. Besides, I know the owner.
Looks like a nice place to work.
Yeah, it is some nights. Could pay more, but I manage.
It's cost an arm and a leg to keep a kid in boarding school today.
Since you know all about me, why the questions?
I'm looking for Cleon Wells. I hoped you could help me.
I thought he was in jail.
He was in jail. He got paroled. Promptly disappeared. See, we think he's involved with the Helmets.
Who are the Helmets?
Those motorcycle bank robbers. In the papers?
Oh, yeah. Well, he could be. He's sure capable of anything. He turned my husband and Ray Osborne into a couple of thieves. He sure wouldn't have done it without him. Why don't you ask them?
We plan to. In the meantime, if he comes waltzing in here some night, how about giving us a call, will you?
Oh, don't worry. Give Andy my best, okay?
Okay.
Now, this Andy Turner, were your husband and he good friends?
Since high school. They were in the same unit in the service. Andy and Ray had the same problem. No jobs.
Do you know the third man, Cleon Wells?
I didn't even know he existed until he testified. You know, the whole thing was his idea from the beginning. He planned those crimes. Gloria and I didn't know what was going on. We were just happy the boys were working steady and brought home some money.
Is that Gloria Turner? Uh-huh. Well, what did your husbands tell you that they did for a living?
Clerical work for the Racing Association. That's what they told us. Oh, they both knew some accounting, so it made sense. They said once in a while they'd get inside information on a horse, and they'd bet on it, and they won. I believed it. Every bit of it.
Listen, I had a friend once. Her husband kept telling her he went fishing. He even brought home the fish. It's easy to be deceived. Mrs. Osborne, the real reason I'm here is to ask for your help.
Doing what?
We're trying to find Cleon Wells.
Did he escape?
He was released.
Oh, that's right. He got the short term. What's he done now?
Jump parole. We have reason to believe he could be mixed up in a series of bank robberies. You might have read about them. The press has been referring to them as Helmets.
The men that ride the motorcycles. I heard a news broadcast. They held up a bank this morning, didn't they?
That's right.
I wish I could tell you something to help. I can't think of anything. I didn't know him. I never even spoke to him. I sure hope you get him.
We will. Thank you for your time.
That's all right. It's nice to talk to somebody about Raymond besides Harry.
You miss him, of course.
Yeah. But he'll be back one day, and we'll get by. I've got a job.
Oh, good.
Dental technician, about 4 days, and we're making it. Just.
You know, I noticed, of course, your little boy is very durable. Children don't get that way by themselves. You've done very well with him.
Loving him helps. And he's not teased as much by the kids about his father anymore, but when he is...
Goodbye, Mrs. Osborne. Now, if you should recall anything about Cleon Wells, you'll phone me at headquarters?
Sure.
You go up and visit him often?
No, not often. It's a long trip.
I'll tell him you sent your love.
Okay. That too. Excuse me.
Yeah, I used to have one just like that. You can get them just about anywhere.
This guy probably stole it.
Oh, Crowley, what's happening?
Hello, Doc.
Everything's slow in pathology, huh?
Got a little...
Pepper, you are the picture of health.
Told you guys.
But then that's the way it always is. You gentlemen will have to step outside while I examine the patient.
Doc, listen before you lose your head. We got some tape here on a bank robber. Joe, you put that in?
Yes, sir, right away.
We've looked at it so many times, we've run out of ideas. We thought maybe you might come up with a thought.
Bit livelier than most of my patients. Awkward bit of running there at the end.
Yeah, he was scared. I don't think he meant to shoot that guy. It looked like an accident to me.
How is he, by the way, Doctor? Have you heard?
Oh, he's still critical. May I see the thing again?
Joe?
Sure, Doc.
Look, you can have my seat. I'm gonna follow Huntsville.
Thanks.
See you later.
Something about him bothers me. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, well, there's a lot bothering me, too, including several people who outrank us all. One thing, hey, Pete.
Yes?
Get a bulletin out to all these banks with cameras. Tell them to hook up tape recorders so we can hear what's going on, will you?
Right. Good to see you, Doc.
Yeah. See you later.
Yeah, this is a blow-up of his hand. He had it blown up because I thought maybe that watch might be something special, but unfortunately it's not.
Exaggerated tuberosity of the humerus. Got very broad shoulders. Short radius. Underdeveloped carpus.
What's that mean in English?
Oh, for a man with very broad shoulders, he's got short arms and very small hands and wrists, almost feminine. Well, possibly it could be the result of polio when he was a child or an accident. I mean, either way could affect the manner of his running.
What about his powerful shoulders?
Oh, well, that's overcompensation. It's very common in this case.
All I can say is I hope you find that, Bills. I wish I could tell you where to look.
You blame him for you being here, don't you?
Well, of course I do. We says I did to begin with, and then he blew the whistle on us. Well, I can't blame him altogether. I didn't have to listen to him, did I?
Mr. Turner, let me give you a little advice. When you come up before that parole board, I'd suggest that being sore at Cleon Wells isn't going to do you much good.
I'll show remorse, don't you worry. And it won't be acting, believe me.
What are your plans when you get out of here?
As a matter of fact, I've gotten into horticulture while I'm in here. I've studied it, and I'm good at it. Green, both of them. I think it's almost a gift. I really do. I don't know how enthusiastic my wife is going to be about it. It's not what you'd call exciting, I guess. How'd she look, Sergeant?
She looked very well. It's a nice place she works in. Mr. Turner, I appreciate your help.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Your wife sends you her love.
Thanks. Sounds nice. You can't touch it, can you?
I haven't seen or heard from Cleon Wells since the trial, and I hope I never do again.
Do you blame him for getting you involved in the first place, or for testifying against you?
Both.
Well, if you hadn't been arrested, you might have gone on with it and been shot eventually.
Thought about that, too.
Your wife, Karen, is doing beautifully, especially with your little boy. He's something else.
What I did, it was rough on them, Sergeant Anderson. I hope to make it up to them someday.
How soon before your first parole hearing?
8 more months.
Have you filed for an appeal?
Public defender's office is so busy, it'll take him longer than that to get to us. We can't afford a private lawyer.
Goodbye, Miss Strasburg.
I'm sorry I couldn't help you with your problem. I think that...
What?
Well, I'm no detective, but I think it's very possible that Cleon Wells is involved in those holdups. And please get him fast, because he could jeopardize my parole.
Now, look, we can't quit. We haven't got the 15,000.
We're gonna have to do it some other way.
Like what? Look, you know the lawyer needs the money up front before you even file for an appeal.
Now, look, if Gloria feels so uptight about it, maybe she should quit. I can handle the bike, and maybe we can get another man for the pickup.
Don't be silly. We couldn't find anybody we could trust. Look, the point is that even though the gun was in my hand, we're all wanted for assault and murder if he dies. Now, nobody quits.
What, is that a threat?
Oh, I'm not threatening anyone. Gloria, will you sit down and relax? Okay. It's just that we've come this far. I want us to go all the way, all right?
You know something? It seems to me next time if there's a security guard, he's gonna think twice.
What are you so eager about? Is it kicks? Is that all?
Not at all. I never lived so good before. Besides, there's a little thing, you know, like I've got a sick mama and 5 little brothers on the east side. They're eating now all they can handle. Oh, come on, listen. We're doing fine. We're doing better than Cleon ever did, and he's the one getting blamed for it.
How do you know?
Well, the word is out on the street that the cops want him. They want him real bad. And not just for jumping parole either. They think that he has masterminded our capers. You know, I bet it's killing him getting the blame but not the bread.
Oh, I hope they get him. When they do, he won't have anybody to think on. Not this time.
Look, just 2 more, and we'll plan them very carefully, huh? Okay?
I hope my husband appreciates what I'm going through for him. The thing is, he'd never believe it. Neither would yours.
$2112 East Anchorage Boulevard, Cleon's new lady friend's address.
Sure she was telling you the truth?
Oh, yeah. She was good and mad. It's getting light already.
Mm-hmm. Usually does about this time of morning. Which is 5:16. Everybody else is awake.
Cleo Wells.
Move on it.
Easy, Wells. We just want to talk to you.
All right, Wells. We're the police. Hold her right there.
Back off. This way, Santa. Go.
Charlie, we want him alive.
Yeah, I'll do my best, Bill.
Hey, did you get caught up on your sleep today?
Not enough.
Well, I can't sleep in the afternoon.
Maybe you're not doing it right. Wasn't this our usual day to expect to hold up? Nothing, huh?
Nope. Maybe with Cleon out of the way, so are the holdups. Although I wouldn't make a bet on it.
Oh, yeah.
He might have invented this MO, but he didn't take patent on it. His 2 buddies are likely to try it any time without him.
Yeah.
Sergeant Crowley, yeah. Yes. Hold on just a minute, please.
Who is it?
It's your friend Miriam.
Hello? Yeah, I'm sorry. It was an... All right, you stay right where you are, Miriam. We'll be right over. She's pretty broken up about Wells. She wants to talk to us. There goes your slip again.
You said you wanted him alive.
We did, Miriam. He wouldn't surrender, tried to shoot his way free.
She's telling you the truth, Miriam. We just wanted to talk to him. We really did.
That Luella Kane. Did you lock her up?
No charges against her. She's in pretty bad shape. I think she really loved him.
Why, sure. Everybody loved Cleo. I mean, all the ladies. There's this problem.
That's what you want to tell us about, isn't it, Miriam? The names of all of Cleon's women?
That Luella Kane. She was new. I mean, he took up with her after he got out. Before he went up, there was a whole string of them. There's Cindy Washington. She's in jail herself now. And then there was the one he was going with before the trial. I don't know. She got her picture in the paper. And Dorothy Wilson. Yeah, I saw her the other night. She was with some new dude. I mean, she was all gussied up. She had on earrings and the big hairdo. She stared right through me.
Miriam, did Cleon ever talk to you about how he worked his holdups?
He never wanted to talk about business.
You think he might have wanted to with any of the others?
I don't know. I just don't know.
All right, this is the holdup, you people. Nobody make a stupid move and nobody gets hurt.
Again? Same old ball game?
Same old shadow.
Only this time we got some, just like in the real movies. Yeah. Why don't you sit down? I'll show you talking.
All right, this is the holdup, you people. Nobody make a stupid move and nobody gets hurt.
That's Cleon Wells' voice coming from the tape.
That's right.
Still robbing banks even after he's dead?
Maybe it's his ghost. Or somebody he taught very well.
Or somebody who picked it up. Dorothy Wilson, maybe. Bill, let me look at those other tapes again. Hold it there, Bill. I remembered it was a good angle of the gun, but it's not that good, is it?
No, it's just fair. Looks like a short-barreled .38. I don't know. One thing we do know, it works.
Well, 4,100 apiece. It's not much, but it's ours.
Okay. So we need another 5,000 between us, and 6 would be better.
All right, and Sunny Valley Bank will take care of that. You're awfully quiet.
What's the matter?
Nothing. Well, I'm really sorry about Cleon. I really am.
You're not still hooked.
No, I didn't want to see him dead. Just out of circulation.
When Raymond gets out and we're settled someplace, I'm going to give some money to that Bankard's family.
He didn't die.
Oh, I know, but I'm going to do it. Is that Sergeant Anderson?
What do we do?
We do what we've got to do.
Coming. Hi. How are you, Karen? I know you're busy. I won't take up too much of
No,
your
no, no.
time.
Okay, come on. I'm sure I'd love interruption. Sit down. The coffee's hot. I'll get some. Were you able to see Raymond? Gloria said you might.
Yes, yes, I did. I like him. He sure misses you and Harry.
How's he look?
Good. Certainly not your typical looking bank robber.
Well, who is? Well, what can I do for you?
I'd like to show you this picture of this girl.
Well, that's Dorothy. What's her name? I saw her at the trial.
Dorothy Wilson, Cleon's girlfriend. Do you have any idea where she might be right now?
No, none at all. He was killed the other day, wasn't he?
Are you left-handed?
Yeah.
Yes, he was, it was yesterday.
You think she had something to do with it?
Possibly, and she might have had something to do with the helmets. I see you have a for sale sign outside.
Yeah, I can't possibly afford to keep this place. Prices doing what they are. And we'll probably move somewhere when Raymond gets out. Start fresh. Harry's over at my mother's.
Do you think this Gloria Turner would know anything about the girl?
Well, I'm sure she doesn't, but it wouldn't hurt to ask.
Well, I stopped by the restaurant where she works, but it was her day off. Thank you, and thank you for the coffee.
Oh, yeah, anytime.
Oh, she knows something.
No.
Of course she does. You heard what she said about me being involved with the helmets.
It's only because your connection with Cleon Wells.
My connection with Cleon Wells is what got us together on this. Now, look. The cops want me, and if they find me, they're gonna make me talk. I mean, there's no doubt about that. So I'm gonna split right now.
Now, wait a minute. Now, what do you mean, make you talk? You don't have to say anything unless there's a lawyer sitting right beside you.
Just the same, I don't believe in taking any more chances than...
Now, wait a minute. I have an idea. Why don't we hit the Sunny Valley Bank now, today?
No, no way.
Dorothy, hold it. It's a good idea. The helmets have never done two jobs the same day. And it's big.
That's right. And we've got more than 2 hours.
Y51, come in. 12Y51.
12Y90, 12Y51.
Bill, I've just left Karen Osborne, and she has no idea where Dorothy Wilson is. At least she says. I don't believe her.
Why not, Pep?
And furthermore, I have a very strong suspicion she could be our hold-up man.
What did you say?
Yeah. Listen, she's the right height, and with padding, she could look the right weight. She's left-handed and wears a chronometer just like the one we saw on the tape.
Where are you now, Pep?
Sitting near the Osborne house. She can't see me. Listen, put up that tape with that last shooting.
I'm way ahead of you, kid. I just put it in.
Run it up to the spot just before the escape, will you?
Gotcha.
Bill, a green and white Ford pickup with four-wheel blue and gold horse trailer is backing out of the Osborne driveway. Looks like Dorothy Wilson driving. Let me give you a license number. Adam Denver 3520. I'm gonna tail it south on Frawley.
I'm gonna make on that through DMV right away.
I'm gonna let her get a little ahead. What about that tape?
Okay, I got the right spot. Now what?
Well, watch your right hand.
Okay, she just put it inside of her collar. I mean, inside of his collar. What does that mean?
He's adjusting his bra. That's what that means.
Pepper, I think you're right.
Over.
Makes sense. A small wrist.
Bill, we're north on Dubois. Radio reception is poor, but did you get a make on it?
Just got it. Registered to Dorothy B. Wilson. Pep, did you read me? Pepper, did you read me? Pepper? Pep? California license, Ida Edward 49901. Instruct any unit that spots the trailer and pickup to tail it and notify 12Y50.
12Y50, Roger. All units in the Sunnyvale area, a 211 suspect in a green and white Ford pickup is towing a blue and gold four-wheel horse trailer. California license Adam David 3520. Lastly, north on Du Bois off Frawley. Do not apprehend. Stake and tail. Notify 12Y50 on TAC 1 for further instructions.
12Y51. I have the pickup and the trailer in sight. Approximately 1/2 mile from Willoughby Canyon, eastbound on Archway Avenue.
12Y51, Roger. Switch to TAC 1 and repeat. 12Y50, did you copy 51?
Roger. 12Y50, come in.
Hey, Pep. We're westbound on Archway Avenue, about 4 or 5 miles from the Sunny Valley Shopping Center.
There are two banks in Sunny Valley Shopping Center, aren't there?
That's right, there are. Don't you think a horse trailer would be a good place to hide a motorcycle?
Yeah, Pep. Backup's on its way. Just take care. Just keep it in sight.
I'm heading into a side street. I think she might have spotted me.
You better step on it a bit. She's been riding a point a long time.
Y50, come in.
Yeah, Pep.
I've lost him.
Pepper, you still on this frequency?
Affirmative. I still can't find that pickup.
We got the pickup. We also got the Wilson girl. But if the helmets were in it, they're not in it anymore. Where are you now?
North edge of the shopping center, I can see the street side of the bank. The big one.
Okay, we're in the parking lot. We got the back covered. Just sit tight.
That's the same cop that talked to me at the restaurant. They've staked us out.
Maybe not, but there are too many of them to do anything to them. Let's find Dorothy.
Damn it, got him.
Keep moving, nice and easy.
Pep, we got an empty trailer and Dorothy Wilson, but all we can do so far is give her a ticket for speeding.
But we've made the connection, Bill. They've got to be around here somewhere. Bill, hold on.
No helmets, no jumpsuits. They must have spotted you.
I'm following them.
All units, I've got them southbound now on Becker Drive.
Roger, 51, we're on our way. All units respond TAC 1 for instructions. 51, keep us posted.
Bill, license number 1K8539. Did you read that? I think they're headed toward the park. Y50 and all units southbound now on Park Drive. They're headed for the south entrance to Becker Park. Bill, we're now entering the park, south entrance.
Roger, 51. We're entering the park to the north. With any luck, we should have a box in at Junction Drive. 13A74, block the Junction Road at Park Drive.
That's a Roger, 50.
Across the grass toward the playground.
Roger, Pat, stay with her. We'll head her off from this side. 13A74, take the playground. Roger, 50. All right, drop the gun. Put it down. Put it down. Put it down.
Karen, you're not going to use it. Put it down.
Put it down. All right, put your hands up. Get them up. Keep them right inside.
You have the right to remain silent, Karen.
That guard I shot, is he?
He's okay. He's gonna make it.
I'm sure glad it's over with.
Listen, I should have known it was a woman when I saw her run out of the bank. Because I've had enough of them run away from me, I should know what it looks like.
Too modest.
That's real devotion, isn't it? I mean...
You know me too well, Barney.
I don't know. I know a girl that...
Hi, fellas.
Hey.
Hey, slide over.
All right.
How are you?
Okay.
Wait.
Listen, we're just talking about the helmets.
Uh-huh.
I got a question for you. If I ever get married again, you think I could find me a lady who might hold up a bank for me?
You're too chicken to get married.
Yeah? A toast.
To the most observant policewoman on this table.
Don't you mean at this table?
Well, maybe I'm jumping ahead a bit.
But you mean the bra strap. Men aren't supposed to notice things like that.
We just did.
Pepper, I gotta tell you something. You're lucky.
I prefer adjectives like observant, brilliant policewoman.
Yeah, well, you're lucky. If that lady had been into women's lib, now you think about it, and she was a bra burner, we'd still be looking for a couple of guys, you know what I mean?
Well, then I guess I should tell you that he caught a number 120 bus right outside the door.
A city bus for a getaway car?
At 2:46, he was at the Melrose office, and just about 10 minutes ago, he cleaned out the central office.
He hit the phone company?
Now, suppose I were to take, say, $500 or $600 from each one.
Welcome to the Christmas Club.
Then to come home and find this Santa.
It's Christmas Eve, and we just busted Santa Claus.
Merry Christmas.
You're not getting much.
Oh, don't worry.
Excuse me. Hello. Welcome to the Christmas Club.
Not what you'd call your everyday type M.O., is it, Sergeant? Would you call it that?
Well, I gotta admit, he's enterprising, Captain. I mean, 3 banks in 4 hours. That's some kind of a record, isn't it?
If you'll pardon my saying so, Crowley, I don't think you're entirely in the spirit of the thing here.
Well, what I meant, Captain...
What we have here is a little old man in a Santa Claus suit knocking over banks. Now, that's the way folk heroes are born. And that's what we're going to have on our hands unless you take that thing that you sit on, get it down to that bank, and solve this problem now.
Yes, sir, right away.
Be grateful, Sergeant. You know what they expect me to do?
What's that, sir?
They want a feasibility report so they can turn it down. They expect me to go through... Me? It's your unit.
Captain, I want you to understand that I'm no,
Take it. It's all yours. The bank first, then this.
Bust Santa Claus. Yes, sir, right away. You mean that this is his first time out? This hotshot just jumps out of nowhere. You really believe that? This is Sergeant Pepper Anderson. This is Special Agent
Ted, how
Phil.
nice to see you. So what do you think, Ted? Could all this be one guy?
Well, it almost has to be, if you can believe the eye-wits. He leaves in a hurry, and he seems to leave alone. We'll be working together on this, won't we?
All the way. You want to go to a party with us tonight?
Great.
McKnight's party. Didn't he say Friday night? This is Friday.
It's next Friday. So where's the note?
Oh, well, that's an interesting point. It's written on a letterhead. Acme Door and Hardware, St. Louis.
A hold-up note on a letterhead?
Don't trouble yourself. Our field office says that firm went out of business in 1947.
So can we have a look at it?
At the note? Sorry, he seems to have taken it along.
Little old man.
Well, not so little, actually. He's about 5'11", Caucasian, portly, with crinkly eyes.
Well, that narrows it down.
You said he left in a hurry. How, up the chimney?
Banks don't have chimneys these days, old sport. Perhaps you've noticed.
Well, actually, I'm fussy about those kind of details. You know, this is why I love working with you FBI guys. You're all so full of info, you know what I mean?
Well, then I guess I should tell you that he caught a number 120 bus right outside the door here.
He what?
Why take the Bureau's word for it, Crowley? Check it out yourself.
A city bus for a getaway car?
Look, whatever you can tell us about him will help.
Well, that depends. If it's the fellow I think it is, he got right off again.
Where?
Well, let's see. Must have been the very next light. I caught a red, sure. That's what happened.
Would you know where he went?
Yeah. If it's the fellow I'm thinking of, he went into a bank.
Wait a minute, now, you were going south. That would be the California National.
You keep saying if.
Don't know why. There's only one Santa Claus.
California National. They didn't get hit, did they?
No. He just asked me to change some bills. He had a bunch of small ones, asked for hundreds.
Weren't new bills by any chance?
I presume you mean the hundreds. No. If you're hoping for consecutive numbers, I'm sorry. They were random.
Figures. You remember what he looked like?
I remember his eyes. They were, unusual.
Unusual in what way? I mean, what do you mean?
They twinkled, actually. He had one $20 bill left over, and he gave it to me. I told him I can't accept tips. He smiled and said, "What about Christmas presents?"
Well, he's no fool. He could spend those hundreds anywhere.
Right. The lost art of conversation. You're absolutely right about that, Harry. Because listening is an art. Simply listening. You know? Of course, you know all about those things, Harry. That's why I value your opinion. A pearl pendant for Mrs. Belusia. How about it, huh? Suit her personality? Come on, one way or the other. Out with it. Oh, Harry, with a vagueness like that, you'd have a great future in politics. Did you ever think of running? Did you ever think? Oh, don't. It'll ruin all your chances. Let's see, Mrs. Belusia. Will you look at that? Will you look at all the work I still have to do? Thank goodness it only happens once a year. Be generous. It's Christmas.
Well? I'm working on it, Captain.
I have a smoking teletype.
Raising a bar?
That tells us our Santa has struck again.
Oh, that's great. I needed that.
Department of Water and Power this time, and he has a pattern.
Yeah?
A good pattern. Know how he worked it? The 102 bus, see? Cleverly marked in red. All the banks are on the one line. 1, 2, 3. Hits a bank, catches a bus. Hits a bank, catches a bus. 3 banks in 4 hours.
So where is he now?
As of 26 minutes ago, he was right here. So if he follows the pattern, all we have to do is sit and wait.
Gonna be that easy, huh?
Who says it's only the thought that counts?
Really? Does it take three of you not to watch this machine?
Well, I was watching them, actually.
Pepper, listen, where did you get that pattern? How'd you come up with that?
We are supposed to cooperate with the Bureau.
Ted Felton?
You had your nose stuck in all those books.
Oh, that's a lot of fun. You talk like I got a choice.
So what's wrong with Ted? I mean, somebody had to get on it, Sergeant.
Well, then get on it, Sergeant. I mean, I'm assigning it to you. To you. Now, I don't want to hear about this dude. I don't want to bother with him. Just come up. Listen, you just bring me in Santa Claus, okay? I got work to do.
Oh, bring me in Santa Claus. Now, that's what I call the Christmas spirit.
211, Department of Water and Power. There it is. Santa Claus, 1600 block Monroe. Give me the map.
Sure.
Oh.
All right, so he started here, so he's here. So he's here. Got the 21 bus line north to, what's north of here, Joe?
Well, DWP has an office on 6th Street, 2800 block.
So, can we do it? Can we get there before he does?
Y51.
Well, Y51, go ahead.
Well, the 21 bus just came and went, and no Santa Claus.
Well, let's see then. The next one is due in 15 minutes. Keep an eye out.
Tell me, friend, did you ever think of working that place in there?
You're kidding? Hey, they won't give me a nickel, man. Them people in there's paying the bills.
Look, I'm in the same business myself. I'm going to tell you something funny about those people in there. They have got to find something to do with the change. You dig?
12Y51.
Yes, go ahead.
Something's happening out here.
Got you, 12Y52. I see him. May I help you?
Oh, definitely.
What's he doing, G2 in the joint?
It isn't right, Joe. That's not his M.O. It just can't be.
6 Adam 18 and all units in the vicinity of 211 silent at the DWP 2800 block 6. Code 2.
6 Adam 18 responding. We're right on it.
6 Adam 18, roger.
Merry Christmas.
51, what the hell is going on right now?
What's the matter? What's happening? They blew him!
Grab him! Stop him! Somebody stop him! Him! Him right there! No, not him! The other man!
What other man? I'll take this one, you take that one. Crowley's gonna love this.
It's gonna be easy, huh? Just sit and wait.
It was such a clear pattern, Bill.
That's right. A dummy's pattern.
Okay, so he's not a dummy.
Mm-hmm. Well, you think I'm gonna rub it in, don't you? You think I'm gonna give you a bad time just because you stood there and you watched a suspect pull a 211 right in front of you and then you let him get away. Well, I tell you, just to prove to you what kind of a guy I am, just to show you how you've misjudged me, I'm gonna go back to my paperwork and leave the whole thing in your hands, Sergeant.
Has he seen it yet?
You haven't seen it yet, have you?
You mean this? They tell me this is the best of the bunch. Let's hope it's a good likeness.
What time's the bomb go off?
See, that's what I mean about being misjudged. Now, where are you going?
I'm leaving before you become violent, my friend. Me too. Thank you.
Listen, did you think about getting a blow-up of this, maybe?
Yeah.
Say, listen, whatever happened to good old Ted Felton?
DWP is out of his jurisdiction, remember? I'll see if I can get Santa to hit another bank, okay?
Kind of hard to tell anything from that. I mean, that could be anybody.
I know, but even a general resemblance. Early 60s, portly, about 5'11".
There's only one guy I can think of. He's a regular. I don't mean every day, but he always uses the same stuff, you know?
To be perfectly honest, I can't really say.
But you did get a good look at the suspect.
It's the strangest thing. I was perfectly calm at the time. I remember him standing right over there. But afterwards, he didn't even have a gun, did he?
Let me ask you this. Can you definitely rule this man out?
No, I can't say that.
And it is possible. What if I brought him in, say, stood him right here?
Tell you what I remember. Quite clearly, in fact. His tie. I could identify that.
So what's he up to?
Comparing prices. He's been doing that on everything.
Hello, Mr. Mims. What'll it be today?
Well, I think a dozen eggs will do it.
Yes,
oh,
sir.
wait. Is that price correct?
Yes, sir, Mr. Mims. Went up just yesterday.
We'll never let up. You better make it half a dozen.
Q. Waldo Mims. Q for Quincy. He's living on $316 a month Social Security and a small pension from a firm in St. Louis. Not the one on the note. He's got $129 in savings, period. So why are we chasing this guy?
But you did say St. Louis.
Bill, this Santa Claus guy, I mean, just so far this week has ripped off, well, almost 5,000 bucks. That poor Mims hasn't got a spare nickel.
Seems mighty strange to me, really.
Could this be him?
Sure. And 600 other guys.
Yeah, okay. I can see I'm asking too much of you guys. I mean, why trouble yourselves? Why don't you just write up the report and turn it into Barnes? Maybe that'll improve your standing around here. Or is there something else you maybe can dream up to do?
There's no way we're gonna see in there. All he's got is those two little dinky windows. Really? I guess we better go around the back.
You said the angle was lousy.
Well, ordinarily that's true, but with the agility my partner has here... Are you sure you want to do this?
Well, nobody can say I'm not motivated.
You know, I'd do it myself if I didn't have my lucky break.
I appreciate that, Peter. But I've always wanted to fly.
Just take it easy now, really.
Okay.
For, 12 by 51.
Go ahead.
Pepper, you better get over here right away.
Oh,
Joseph, Icky Poo.
Oh. Look, you're not gonna believe this.
I already don't believe it.
No, I mean it. I saw something on the way down.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about Mims. Look, I went right past the window, didn't I? I wasn't gonna waste it.
Well, what did you see, Quick Eyes?
I saw a Santa Claus suit, and Mims was putting it on.
Hot damn. All of a sudden, he's looking good.
Merry Christmas.
Okay, what the hell is this?
Take a look yourself. See it?
What's the matter with you, Joe?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
See, Mims shows up in a Santa suit, gets on a bus, goes to the florist, buys that bouquet of flowers, gets on another bus, and gets off here.
So what? That's not exactly a bank or anything over there. Looks like a bunch of rooming houses.
See, now that's an astute observation. That's why he's running things and we're a bunch of peons.
Hey, hey, hey.
Well, I suppose that tells us something.
Well, what is he gonna do, rip her off? Huh?
Yeah, really. She's got money written all over her.
You never know about those little old ladies. Sometimes they might have 30,000 to the mattress.
I just saw him. I just saw him go through that door in there.
Are you sure?
Honey, Santa Claus says we got work in the building.
Wait a minute. It's my turn to kick the door.
No. You, last week, you kicked the door. Don't you remember that?
He kicked it.
Hold it right there.
Something I can do for you?
Oh, boy.
What am I doing here?
We're police officers.
Police! Oh, my conscience. I thought it was a stick-up. You know, not meaning any offense, but look at the two of them.
Santa.
How'd you get in here, Mr. Mims?
Oh, you know my name. Well, that's reassuring. The local fuzz is on the ball.
You slipped the lock.
What, that old thing? Well, I could whistle that open. No, I used to be a locksmith.
Then you admit you broke in.
Well, yes.
Okay, that's it. Let's go.
Take your bag.
Oh my God. She's back early.
Who?
The lady who lives here. No, you're not going to like this, but we're going to have to go down that fire escape right now.
Like hell. Come on, Mims.
There is no time to discuss it. She'll be here any second.
So what?
Use your eyes, will you, woman? What you're looking at is charity.
I mean, you did all this?
Yes, and if Mrs. Volusia finds out about it, she'll be horrified to the core. Don't you understand? This is the one way to help her that she cannot refuse. Please, she'll be here any moment.
This turkey talks like he's out of his gourd.
She's a proud and spirited woman trying to live on her Social Security check, which everybody knows is impossible. She has nothing for herself. You can see that. Please, can we start?
We're not going out the window. Now, when we leave, we're going by the front door.
Here, you see that? It's cat food. She's 76 years of age, and this is what she has to eat to stay alive. Twice a week. That's all she can afford.
Bill, there's a lady coming up the steps now.
you, the Easter Bunny?
You know, you're being very unreasonable. I have receipts for every single article I brought into that room.
You're gonna have to come up with them, too. I guess you know that.
You still haven't answered the question, Mr. Mims.
3 banks in 4 hours, and then 3 of those other...
Department of Water and Power offices.
Yeah. I don't see how a man could move that fast. A 23-year-old kid couldn't do it. And look at me, I'm 73.
Where'd you get the money for all these gifts?
Oh, I have resources.
Yeah, I know. $3.16 a month.
We're gonna have to take a look at those receipts and see what they add up to.
You know, we really are an extravagant nation, are we not? You know, if anything gets the least bit shabby, whoopee, we throw it away. And, you know, people get shabby, too. Anything over 65 gets junked.
Did you pull the job, Mr. Mims?
You're telling us that you did it.
Oh, I don't know. No, you see, it is not my job to answer questions like that. That's your job.
Mine.
That's what we pay you for, isn't it? Huh? We, the taxpayers?
You see how it's gonna be.
Mr. Mims, let's knock off the chit-chat. Time is pretty valuable around here.
Oh, sure. I can understand that.
She's serious, Mr. Mims.
Oh, she is. All right, then, let's all get serious. Did you have a warrant when you came busting into that room there? Did you identify yourself and announce your intentions? Did you read me my rights before you took me into custody? You have a case. File it. File it now or let me go, because if you try to hassle me, with 48 hours in the bucket, I'll write a 181 on you that'll melt you right down to the ground. And you too, Sergeant Crawley. You and those hinky-looking dudes you brought into that room, I'll go right on from there into false arrest, malicious prosecution, and everything else that applies. No hard feelings, I hope.
Well, we were holding our own in there. I'd say it came out about 50-50. Gonna behave yourself now?
Certainly not.
Bet you don't have that feasibility report either.
Oh, boy.
Now then, Sergeant, I find I'm confused. The manager said something about a commotion, but...
Yes, we got word that there was a prowler in the building.
Ah, I see.
A prowler. In this room, in fact.
Well, I guess there was. My dear, I don't care how tough you are. It's hard to keep going sometimes. When there's but one check a month and only 4 walls, you can get the feeling, especially at night, the feeling that no one on this earth really knows you're alive, much less cares. And then to come home and find this Santa, this, wherever he is, or perhaps she. Well, who knows what I might have come to otherwise. But there's no doubt about it, Sergeant. And I mean this. He's gotten me through the last 3 years.
3 years he's been doing this? Okay, that's our answer. Now we got it.
How'd you figure that?
He's got a pattern. Then he breaks the pattern. It's okay. It's all right there in the computer. We just have to go dig it out. Look, older people got habits, deep ingrained habits. We just use it against him.
Just like that?
Well, no, not just like that, but it's all there, Pep. It's all there right in the computer. All we got to do is dig it out and wait for him to come to us.
If he's been at this for 3 years, how come we only found out about it now?
Right.
You know, I'm glad you asked me that, Pete, because that shows interest, and interest shows motivation. So you two get down and stand in the computer line. I want you to punch in everything we know, age, MO, the whole business. When you get the right answer, come back. I'll be right here. Let's hope, kid.
I see a young man getting off, a woman, 2 kids. No Mims.
You shaking your head?
It just bothers me.
Why? Because he's giving the loot away? Oh, fine. Merry Christmas and all that. Except first he steals it.
I know.
Okay, then.
I wonder how many he's got on his list. How many hungry old people like Mrs. Volusia.
What's the difference?
Just suppose, right now, today, we catch him, dead bang.
Well, then we'll be looking good for a change.
And suppose he's got, maybe he's still got like 5 old ladies to go. What happens to them?
Oh, boy, you're really going to give me trouble, aren't you? Huh?
What happens to them, Bill? There, Bill. You weren't there to see the look on her face, to hear the emotion in her voice. You don't even know what I'm talking about.
You think I'm going to get a kick out of busting this guy? I mean, you would think I really want to grab some old guy like that off the street and then throw him in the jail? I mean, there are a lot of rotten people in that jail.
But don't you think this is just a little different? I mean, this time, this one man is just a little tiny bit more human than the usual scum we run into.
Listen, let's get something straight, Pepper. I mean, suppose he turns around right now and he pulls a heist. Suppose we see him and catch him dirty. I mean, now what are you going to do?
Bust him. That's what I'm going to do, bust him.
I don't think I believe you.
What?
Well, what do you expect me to believe? Pepper.
Mims. Where is he? Where is he?
We lost him. That's great.
Losing a suspect. That's no big deal, Sergeant. Happens all the time. Sure. Happens to me. Everybody does it, right?
That's right, Captain.
What time would you say it was when you last saw him?
2:30.
2:30. Well, he shouldn't be too hard to locate. Why don't you run on down to the phone company?
The what?
Phone company. At 2:46, he was at the Melrose office. At 3:19, the Lake Street office. And just about 10 minutes ago, he was at 6th and Main, where he cleaned out the Central office.
He hit the phone company?
Yes, that's right. But I'm a grown man. And a grown man shouldn't let a little thing like that bother him.
What trouble?
Trouble? No, Sergeant. You two, Anderson, you're not in trouble. You're our top unit. You had the suspect under close surveillance. And he pulled off 3 robberies right under your nose. 3. Nah, you're not in trouble. Except with me and the chief. And now the phone company.
Good morning.
Snow would be nice.
Oh, good morning.
Good morning.
Merry Christmas.
Please, I don't want to see one.
Oh, come on, Pep. Don't be that way. It's Christmas Eve.
This hour of the morning, to me, it's just another work day, far as I'm concerned.
Moody on Christmas, Pepper. That's not nice.
What do you know? It's us.
What is?
Joe had an idea, so we fed it into the computer. It's Christmas Eve, right? The way it looks is Mims always saves one last shot for Christmas Eve. The thing is, where or when can we predict it?
Mims. Pattern established. Final operation December 24 corresponds to location number 4. Initial day of operation. Who wrote this? The lawyer?
The computer. Come on, read the rest of it.
Pattern projection based on operations previous indicates California National Bank, 5th and Union.
That's it then, California National, 5th and Union. I think we got it.
What are you talking about?
I keep telling you that older people are creatures of habit, right? California National. Remember the teller, the guy kept talking about Mims's eyes, how they twinkle and all?
Yes, I know. So he exchanged some money there. So what?
But that's the pattern, babe. Today he goes back and he knocks it off.
Today it's Christmas Eve.
I think we got it.
You know what? I think so, too.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Come on.
This is 12 Y 52. Bill, he just split. His ETA is about 3 minutes to your location.
Okay, 52, we read you. Well, how about that? Let's go.
You're reasonably certain that there won't be any shooting.
He isn't armed, Mr. Summers. He just uses that note.
Still, I don't know. Just letting him walk in here like that. What if there's trouble?
I can assure you we're not going to attempt anything in here. And we have men outside. We'll let him go outside with the cash, and then we'll grab him there.
Well, all right. I'm sure you know what you're doing.
Yeah, Pete.
He's coming in the bank.
Listen, Pete. We can cover the other exit from here, so everything's cool.
Okay.
May I help somebody?
Oh, 52.
Yeah, Bill.
Mims just got in line. Looks like his wandering days are just about over.
All right.
This is your bus. You should be feeling pretty good right now.
Just make sure you put the cuffs on him. Count me out.
Thank you, and a Merry Christmas. May I help you?
Sure may. Well, I'm afraid I must have lost my withdrawal slip. I'm sorry.
You forgot the note. You forgot the note.
Well, sit tight. He'll write another one.
These are the old guys I've got to get superstitious. Jeez, how can you forget the note? How can you do a thing like that?
Well, don't take it personally.
So what, 52? He's coming out.
What?
I said let him walk. He forgot the note. The old thief forgot his note.
What do you say? The old dink forgot the note.
That's the second time he's transferred. He's not going home. He's going the other way.
Listen, you guys dog him. I know I should talk, but just don't lose him, you hear me?
We got you, William.
What's the matter? He got away, didn't he?
The note. Bill, if he forgot it...
Yeah? What?
Well, if he forgot it, it could still be in his room, couldn't it?
You know, it just could be. We'd never get a warrant, though. It's Christmas Eve. Who could find a judge on Christmas Eve? Even if we could, he wouldn't talk business.
Well, then we'll just have to wait till next year, won't we?
I'll find the judge.
That must be his wife. Wonder what happened to her.
You suppose there ain't any kids?
No, there'd be pictures.
Lieutenant Q.W. Mims. He was a flyer in the First World War.
Look at this. Remember in Mrs. Volusia's room, the day we busted him? He had 3 names to go.
Looks like we kind of lost our schedule.
36 names here altogether. Look. He's all through. Everything's crossed off the list.
So what's with the California National Bank?
Yeah, what?
That's the 3rd bus that went by. What's he waiting for? Not gonna believe what you're getting ready to tell him.
Yeah, sure.
That's right, Bill. That's just what I'm saying. A chauffeur-driven, white convertible Rolls-Royce. How about that, huh?
Pete, what you expect? Put off the red-nosed reindeer? Just stay that way.
Creature of habit, huh?
Yeah, you just keep digging.
Well, there's no note.
Just dig a little deeper, Pepper. It's gotta be here somewhere.
Scrooge!
Pepper, I think old Waldo's done it to us. I think he's licked us.
Well, 12 by 50.
12 by 50. 12 by 50.
It's Pepper.
Well, Pep, we're gonna check on the plates, and the Rolls is rented. He's down here at the wholesale market now, filling it up with food baskets.
How's he paying for it?
A very good question.
Check it out. See what you can find.
You know what I keep thinking about? When I was a kid, I read a story called The Purloined Letter, where this guy takes a letter and he puts it on a mantle right in front of plain sight. Tells the other guy it's hidden. But it was always there, right in plain sight.
I've looked everywhere, so have you. Can't even find a cat.
Like I said, I think we're just kidding ourselves.
It's just an idea. Oh, no.
That's what I call hard evidence. Okay. That's the ball game. go pick him up.
You're gonna love this, Billy.
Are they inside?
Yep.
Okay, you guys want to take the back? Let's go.
There you are. Happy Christmas.
God bless you.
God bless you, dear. And here you are, sir. Merry Christmas.
Yes, yes, sir. The same to you.
Thank you. Merry Christmas, dear.
Thank you very much.
Merry Christmas to you, my dear. And a Merry Christmas to you also. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, darling. Merry Christmas, sir. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, dear. And a Merry... So, I did leave it at home. Hmm?
Would you like to step outside with us, please?
It's beautiful, man. It's Christmas Eve, and we just busted Santa Claus.
Right over here, Mr. Mims.
Oh, please, Sergeant, why not a little style? Huh? After all, it's paid for until midnight.
Now, you see...
right, Mr. Mims, come on.
Yeah.
Why not?
Okay, why not?
Good, good. Justin, will you give me those gifts? This is a quaint little custom, you know, matching with sail cups. After all, it's the season. Sergeant, that's yours. You, my dear?
Thank you very much.
Mr. Mims, I can't accept this.
Oh, it's paid for with good, honest money.
Bill, you're not going to say no to Santa Claus, are you?
That's not the point, Pete. You know the rules.
Bill, it's Christmas Eve.
Thank you, Mr. Mims.
Good, good. And gentlemen, here are yours.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mims.
Thank you, Mr. Mims, and Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to both of you.
Pete, would you get my car back to the garage, please?
Now, and... Oh, about the car. It really was a necessity. If these people didn't think I was very wealthy, they wouldn't have accepted the gifts. And it was kind of you not to blow my cover. Now I can come back again next year.
Next year?
Yes. Oh, my dear. What jury would convict a nice little old man like me, huh?
5th and Main, Justin.
Merry Christmas, Waldo.
Merry Christmas.
All right, if you do, you'll be deader than that beef that's in the truck.
You couldn't hit the side of a barn without...
Come, ready? Come on.
I already bought a load of beef from them. And quite frankly, the price was right.
So right that it might have been stolen?
So right that with these people, you don't ask questions.
You don't want to cooperate with us, do you?
Police officers, get him up there where I can see him. Come on, let's go. Get him up. Hey, come on.
Good evening, Mr. Markham. You remember me, don't you?
Thorne, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
How did you get in here?
Your back door was unlocked.
No, it wasn't.
There's no need for us to argue, Mr. M. This is just a visit.
If you've come to collect, you're wasting your time. I told your boss yesterday. I can't even meet the interest payment this month.
Business is lousy, huh?
Terrible. Take a look at yourself.
No need to do that. I'm the bearer of good news.
I'm not borrowing any more money. Not from you people.
Who from, then? Let me ask you a question. What's your most expensive item after help?
Beef.
Figure 2,000, 3,000 pounds of beef per month, right?
That's close enough. Why?
Well, I told you I had good news. We can arrange for you to buy all the beef you want. At $1 a pound.
Come on, man, that's impossible.
Nothing's impossible. Think about it, Mr. Markham.
Where's this beef coming from?
From my people. Where else? We have many interests, Mr. M. You know that.
Well, it's a proposition worth considering. I've got to admit that.
Good. You figure out how much beef you can use, and you give me a call. Figure 3 or 4 days for delivery. Right, Mr. M? Nice talking to you, Mr. M.
Ellen, is the commissioner still awake? This is Al Markham. Thank you. Stewart, I'm sorry to bother you at home and at this hour, but this is important. I've just been offered some stolen beef. Yes, I'm sure. Yes, certainly it can wait until you get to your office. I'll see you then.
Hey, look, Al Marham's car is still in the parking lot. Come on, we better check it out.
Come on, Pepper, you've been in there before.
Too many times. But Al Markham, one of the nicest people anybody could ever meet.
Yes, he was.
Decent, honest.
Well, as far as we know, he was honest, yeah. Pepper, That was an execution in there. That was no hit and run. That was no accident.
He's closed down twice in the past 3 years. Everybody knows he was, had heavy financial problems, but don't you think he might have tried to save it with a big loan?
He could have gotten mixed up with a loan shark, sure. But I tell you something. Al had a lot of assets. I think they would have made a strong effort to collect before they'd have killed him. I mean, they just don't work that way. No, there's more to it than that.
Yeah. It's got to be the stolen beef.
Well, you can interview the commissioner, and I want a verbatim report on the content of Markham's telephone call. A couple of bank loans he was making payments on. A lot of red ink. I tell you, if he was in debt to anybody else, he sure didn't write it down anyplace. What about you, Pete? Did you find anything in last year's stuff?
Well, I don't need to be an accountant to figure this one out. What comes in here goes out here.
Well, this is interesting. The phone's not working.
Hi, Phyllis.
Hi. Ray? How are you?
Okay, I guess.
I'm sorry about Al.
He was a good man. The best. Took me right out of college and gave me my first break.
How's his wife doing?
She's in pretty bad shape, can't quite believe it, but she was not involved in the business, Bill.
I've already told Pepper that if Al had any mob connections, I didn't know about them.
I've been going through those books, Ray. Business wasn't good.
Don't I know? Had to lay people off, close a few of the restaurants for lunch, things like that. But we've had bad times before. It's always come through.
Who's going to be in charge, you?
Mrs. Markham asked me to take over. For the time being, at least. I'll do the best I can. Look, if there's nothing else, I've got quite a lot to do. Funeral arrangements and telephoning relatives.
Sure, go ahead. Listen, if we got any questions, we'll get in touch. We'll phone you.
I want you to. We'll be in touch.
Thanks, Ray. Nothing?
Not yet.
Take a look at this.
What do you got, Jim?
Wire got hooked over the cradle, wouldn't release it.
A bug?
Yeah. This wouldn't be the work of the feds. I'd use a lease line. No, this looks more like something a private investigator would do.
Yeah, but who would have hired him?
Well, whoever was monitoring this thing sure knew about the phone call to the commissioner.
Slide it over.
Hey.
I see you all met with huge success. Hi, Pepper. How about a beer? Yeah, thanks.
I tell you, whoever backed Markham's loan's playing it very close to the chest. We talked to little Jimmy. Now, Jimmy knows every loan shark in this town. Not a word about Markham.
Yeah, maybe that's not the answer.
No, it's the answer. We just haven't come up with the right combination.
Here, I'll take it. Thank you.
What about beef? Isn't that what part of this is all about?
I checked through R&I. Locally, there hasn't been a theft or a hijacking in the last 3 months.
And Bill checked with CII, and he came up with something pretty interesting.
Strangely enough, there's been an upsurge in cattle rustling, especially in Central California.
Really?
Yeah. Anybody here know anything about cattle rustling?
You're not going to believe this.
You're kidding.
Back in Montana?
No, Wyoming. You rustle cattle, right?
I can at least tell you how it was when I was a kid.
But it's got to be a little bit different now, Pep.
Just a little?
Well, it is. Wyoming became a state.
Thanks a lot.
No, I understand today that they rustle, slaughter, dress, and package all in 24 hours.
I do know somebody. Yeah, an old hand in the cattle business. Yeah, he'd know. I could drive up tonight.
Why don't you?
Hey, Pepper, honey! How are you, baby? How are you?
Oh, great, just great. It's so good to see you, so good. Ooh.
Look at her, isn't she beautiful? They tell you that down at Wicked City?
Only the wicked ones like you.
I'll bet.
How's Aunt Helen? I sensed on the phone she wasn't too good.
No, she's not too bad, not too bad. She's just dying to see you. She's been on pins and needles since you phoned. Oh, and
watch the tiles now. We're trying to fix this old barn up. We're not getting any help from the landlord, you know, so really watch yourself now, okay? Now I'll come back and I'll get your bags later. Now watch your step.
Okay. You look great.
Yeah, I feel good.
Oh, Uncle Ben, it's charming.
Well, you can thank your Aunt Helen for that.
Oh, it's just... Pepper. Aunt Helen.
Dear Pepper. Oh, it's so sweet of you to come.
Oh, you look wonderful. Beautiful.
Now, you two have a nice visit. I'll go get your bag.
Now, you stop that nonsense about me looking so wonderful. I look awful, and you know it. But I feel better than I look, thank goodness. And that's something.
You know, I don't believe what I smell.
You better believe.
Where is it?
In the kitchen, cooling on the cupboard.
Oh, Helen.
The bluest and the juiciest. I remember a little girl once in Wyoming who used to eat blueberry pies till she got the worst tummy ache imaginable.
They were worth it. Oh, Helen.
Wait a minute, Ray. A toast to our new and profitable association.
I'll drink to that.
I'll drink to anything.
Well, Ray, since you're here, I assume you're interested in my proposition.
That's correct, Mr. Galloway.
Willie, sit down.
Willie.
Well, how many £1,000 to start?
2?
That's not even a dozen head. I'd suggest 3.
Okay. £3,000. Dressed. Where do I sign?
Nah, your handshake's good enough for me. I'll be in touch.
It's a pleasure doing business with you, Mr. Willie. Good night.
Night. Monk, take Mr. Roberts back to his restaurant, huh?
Oh, yeah, Galloway. Yeah, 17, 18 head. Yeah, you got it. Yeah. Say, you know, Pepper, you rode that horse real good for a police sergeant.
Well, look who taught me.
Well, that's true enough. He was such a funny little thing. All the skin and bones and eyes. And stubborn.
Determination, Uncle Ben.
Well, I guess that's the word for it out of the book. You'd fall off 5 or 6 times, climb right back on again. Tears streaming down your eye and cussing. Never heard a little girl with words like that. Wonder where you learned them.
Well, I could tell you that, too, if you really want to know.
Well, I'm sorry. Yes.
Yeah.
You know. But, you know, it was real fun today, just riding for the hell of it. I haven't done that in a long time. You know, riding alone isn't much fun.
How sick is Aunt Helen? I mean, she looks so pale. At dinner, she only said that she had this kidney thing.
Well, now, you know, she'd raised the roof. She knew I was talking about it. But I got to tell somebody, Pepper. You know, she lost that kidney last year.
Hmm?
Well, the one she's got left ain't working so good, and I got to take her down to the hospital once a week. They put her on that machine.
Dialysis?
Yeah, that's it.
That's expensive.
Yeah, and you know, we don't have any insurance to speak of, so I sold that spread we had in Nevada, and we moved here. And there's a little work here and there for an old cowhand. So between that and the money from the place, we get by. Now, don't you look so sad-eyed. Glad to get it off my chest. I feel better. Now, tell me about you. I mean, about your life. What's happening?
Well, I'm still single, if that's what you're wondering.
That's what I mean. Now, look, I promised you a little shooting, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna have a little shooting. I mean, after that boasting you were doing last night about being in the top 20 of the police department.
That wasn't boasting. It's just a fact.
Oh, I see. Well, what'll it be? Cans or bottles?
Bottles.
Hey, what do you call that? You didn't learn that from me. You couldn't hit the side of a barn without...
Come, ready?
Well,
come on.
What? Maybe I ought to try that, huh?
Here, let me show you. What you...
Oh, come on. Hey.
That was great. Uncle Ben.
Yeah.
With Helen feeling like she was, I didn't want to sit around talking about rustling at dinner, but I need your help, mainly your expertise.
Well, sure, Pepper, but why?
Well, I'm working on a case right now, and our only lead is stolen beef. Now, the crime reports indicate that it's probably cattle rustling. How would a person go about moving stolen cattle these days and not get caught?
Well, now, it seems to me a fella'd find a real big spread, you know, someplace where they run 20, 25,000 head. That way, a couple of dozen wouldn't be missed right away.
Mm-hmm. Well, then where would you go with them? You can't drive a bunch of cattle down the middle of the highway, broad daylight, or at night for that matter.
No. Well, I heard tell a couple of different ways. One way is you put a couple of head in a padded van and you drive it to a secret slaughterhouse. You dress the meat out. You get rid of the hides right away because of the brands. Then you transfer the meat to a refrigerator truck. That's about it.
Sure. Of course. It's very simple. The meat goes to a packing house in some city.
I reckon. What do you do then?
You sell it to whoever uses a lot of beef, like a chain of restaurants, for instance, or a lot of markets.
Is that it? Of course, that'd be kind of a hard operation to track down with all those meat packing houses you got down in your city.
Yeah, it's a starting point, though.
Yeah. Well, it's getting on to about 3. Better put those horses away and get up to the house. I gotta take Helen down to the hospital this afternoon.
Yeah, I best be getting to.
You'll be coming back real soon now, you hear?
First chance I get, really.
I sure love to see you. And I want to meet this Crowley you keep talking about.
You'll like him.
Get up there! Hey! Come on, get in that truck. Hey! Come on, Roger. Hey, cattle. Hey, cattle. Let's go. Here.
Hold it, Maxwell.
What the hell's the matter with you, Fletcher? How you don't even see it?
He didn't even turn his head.
Listen, I know my job, and I'm gonna do it.
You don't have a job. Not with me. Not ever. Here's your money. Get lost.
And that's it. The meat packer's the middleman, and he sells the beef to whoever wants to buy it. Cut rate, of course. He doesn't even have to be a packer. Probably isn't. All he has to have is a packing house to store the meat in. Interesting.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, where do I start? The California Cattlemen's Association sent me 10 pages of wholesale meat distributors.
Why don't you start at the top of page 1? Hey, Joe, catch. You found it. Now, what I want to know is who manufactured it and who purchased it.
Yeah, well, that sounds like a lot of fun. You know there's no name brand on this thing.
That's why you're going to take it down to the sound lab, and they're going to dismantle it, and then they're going to tell you who manufactured it.
Yeah, okay. All right, little fella. Let's go look into your past life and see what we can come up with.
Well, at the risk of getting a bum and steer, I think I'm going to check this list and see if anything's changed hands.
Uncle Ben said that rustlers would probably hit the large ranches where a few missing head of cattle wouldn't be noticed, but I don't know.
What are you talking about?
Well, with the price of beef what it is, I think most ranchers would know exactly how many steers they had.
Sure, they probably go out and count them every few days. Who do you report it to if you come up short of steers?
I'll call CII and have them check out Bakersfield and Fresno.
Yeah, why don't you do that? As soon as you make a fresh pot of coffee.
Why do I always have to make the coffee?
Because you're here.
Thank you, Willie.
It's a pleasure, Ben. You and your men do nice work. So you can Dolly Maxwell, huh?
He thinks he's Billy the Kid.
So you made an enemy. Better watch your back.
Hey, now that's real smooth. How about another little dollop?
Sure. How's the missus?
Oh, she's fine. She's fine. This is gonna help.
Yeah, well, we got a real good customer now, Ben. I'll need another shipment from you in a week or 10 days, and after that, more, probably on a regular basis. How's that sound to you?
Anything you say, you can ease your phone.
Sure, go ahead. You want a little head on it?
No, man. You know, as long as I'm in town, invite somebody to dinner. Yeah, hello. I'd like to speak to Pepper Anderson, please. That's all right. I'll wait.
Hey, how much longer is this going to take?
It's going to take a while. Look, 3,000 pounds is a lot of meat. Just relax, Roberts.
Yeah, I'm trying to, but there's still a couple cops in the place.
Cops?
Yeah, don't worry, they're friends of mine. They come here all the time.
Well, you can say what you want about Elephant having the best memory, but don't compare with a bronc. Hard-nosed, he was called, and rightly so. He knew me, that's a fact, and he hated me, woo! First time I was up, I rode him right to a stop. Nobody's ever done that before. I think I hurt his pride. So ever after that, no matter what the rodeo was, Madison Square Garden, Pendulum, when I'd go walking by the stalls, he'd start hollering bloody murder. He was cursing at me, that's a fact, and threatening. And I was hoping to draw him again, you know, for another bronc busting contest. Year after year, it just never worked. Never worked.
Folks, a little more coffee or some brandy?
Oh, no, thanks.
Oh, say, I'm sorry, Ray. I got talking here. I didn't realize how late it was.
Don't worry about it, Ben. You folks just stay and talk as long as you like. I got some paperwork to catch up on in the back, so if you need anything, just yell.
Thanks, Ray.
I'll just leave these here.
Sorry. You know, hey, guys, you know, it's 2 o'clock. Ben, I'm a working man.
can't we just stay till... Let's hear the rest of the story, okay?
Well, anyhow, I was pretty busted up by then, you know, and I figured to quit rodeos altogether, you know. But there was one big one still at Madison Square Garden. You know, I got second in calf roping. I wasn't even expecting that. So I was walking out, going by the stalls, and I hear this big scream. That's right. It was old Hard-Nose. Of course, he was pretty old by then. Must have been about 15, you know. Just a workhorse, wasn't buck horse anymore. Kind of broken up just like your old Uncle Ben. So, anyway, I got up on him. And I'm sitting there in his old sway back. He could hardly move, let alone buck. But he tried. You know what I done? You know what I done? I fell right off him. Well, you never saw a happier horse in all your life. He just laughed. He laughed. Yeah. So I bought him. I bought old Hard-Nose and I took him back to my place. And we kind of hung around together all the time then. Till he died.
You know, you're a sentimental old cowboy. That's what you are.
We got lucky. The bug was purchased 3 or 4 years ago by a company that was obviously a front. Pacific West Security Systems. I went to the address, found out he'd been out of business a year and a half.
That's lucky.
Recognize him?
He looks familiar. Refresh my memory.
Refresh his memory, Pete.
Well, you should remember him. You busted him yourself about 5 years ago.
Sure, William Galloway. He was the middleman in that big hijacking ring, right?
You got it.
Only he took a walk because none of his Confederates would testify against him. This is the bug, huh?
He was Pacific West Security. Intelligence says it was a front for a loan sharking operation.
Don't tell me. Pacific West Security is now Pacific West Meat Packers.
You got it.
This is harassment, Crowley, and you know it.
I'm sorry you feel that way, Galloway.
I'm sure you are. I told you before I don't know anything about how Al Markham died.
I'm easy to convince. All you got to do is just give me permission to come in and have a little look around.
Get out of here. Go on, get out. You want to look around, get a search warrant.
You know something, friend? I'm going to get you one day. I mean, one day you're going to make a little mistake, and I'm going to be right there.
That's threatening and intimidating, Lieutenant. There are laws against that, you know?
Yeah, well, when you get the State Bar Association to reinstate you, then I'll let you tell me about it. In the meantime, it's Sergeant.
Still? After all these years on the force. How about that?
Can you imagine those turkeys coming in here without a search warrant?
Well, Willie, maybe you better get out of the meat business for a while. What do you think?
Are you crazy? I never saw so much money in an operation. Don't worry. Don't worry. I think we're smart enough to stay ahead of Crowley and the rest of those stumblebums.
Yeah, where we have trouble, though, is Ollie Maxwell.
What do you mean?
Well, he went into business on his own. Between he and Ben Fletcher working both sides of the street. It's bound to bring heat.
Just suppose we get the two of them together one more time.
And?
May the better man emerge victorious. I think that's the expression.
The commissioner read your follow-up report. He thinks it's Galloway, too. He wants us to put a surveillance on him.
Not gonna be moving now.
Why don't you tell the commissioner?
Ray Roberts. He buys a lot of beef. So why don't we get him to buy from Galloway?
Sure, so why not?
Just get off my back.
No, I can't.
Pepper, you don't realize what you're asking me to do.
Yes, I do. I know it's tough, but we think Galloway had Al Markham murdered.
Well, what can I do about it?
You can help us. Ray, what we figure is Galloway was pressuring Al Markham into buying stolen beef. We want you to spread the word that you're interested in the same kind of deal.
I already bought a load of beef from them.
How did that come about?
Galloway came in here and told me he and Al had a prior deal. And quite frankly, the price was right.
So right that it might have been stolen?
So right that with these people, you don't ask questions.
You don't want to cooperate with us, do you?
You really think Galloway had Al killed?
I think we'd like to find out.
You'll have to do it without my help, Pepper. I've got a wife and a baby. I'm sorry.
Yeah, hello.
Hello, Ben. It's me, Willie. We got trouble.
What kind?
Your old friend Ollie Maxwell. He rustled a truckload of beef.
And that figures. So what?
So what? So what? It was 50 head. Besides, he's an amateur. He'll get caught. He'll turn over on us in a flat minute. You want to spend 10 years in jail for cattle rustling?
Hey, you know, I just might have a notion.
Yeah? About what?
Well, I know where Maxwell's going first. Might be I could discourage him.
Somebody has to, Ben. We both know that. Now, about that meat.
Oh, you'll get it. You'll get it, Willie.
I knew I could count on you, Ben.
Yeah, we'll be in touch. Well, young lady.
I know. I'm supposed to be sleeping. Ah, doctors. Can't get enough rest in your condition, Miss Fletcher. Now, you gotta understand that. There's only one trouble with all that rest. You know, Ben?
What's that?
Gets to be real tiring. And I don't get to see enough of you as I do when my eyes are not shut. So I miss you that much more.
Now, darling, I see as much as I can.
Don't I know that? There's no husband better than you, Ben Fletcher.
Hey, I wasn't fishing for any compliments.
Happens to be the truth. It also happens that I'm the luckiest woman I've ever known. And don't tell me you don't like a sweet word in your ear.
Hey, I'd like another one of those.
Okay.
Okay. For now.
Who was that on the phone?
Business.
Serious business?
Do I look serious?
You did. A little when I came in.
Routine. Hey, darling, what's the matter?
I was just thinking how there's nothing routine in all those medical bills you've been paying for the last year.
Come on now, I told you. I don't want to hear any more talk about that. You understand?
Dear Pepper, these must have cost her a fortune.
Still the same beautiful, good girl, hmm?
I don't know when I've had a better time in years. All those stories about her cases, 3 men she works with. And she said something about you. Something I thought that I was the only one who saw in you.
I'm getting better looking every year.
It was a lot deeper than that, Ben. She said he gets to be even more of a real man. Kinder, more tender, more loving.
Hey, it's getting about that time. What do you say we go in the bedroom and both of us get some of that famous rest of yours, huh? Hmm? Easy now. You know you're gonna get us all busted. I was just looking in that truck of yours. There ain't a rancher in the whole state ain't gonna miss 50 head.
Don't jump to conclusions, Fletcher. I got that from 5 different spreads.
All right, 50 head in the same county. You know, Galloway was right about you. You're an amateur. When you put that thing down, I'm gonna take your truck.
Like hell you are.
It's me. Yeah, I wish it were. No, I gotta go south instead, yeah. Well, there's been some big changes. Well, I don't want to talk business with you. I mean, that's just a bore, you know. Hey, how do you feel? Good, real good. No, maybe I'm catching a little cold, you know, my throat's a little sore. But you know, I'm fine, I'm all right. Yeah. Well, I guess I better be getting along now. Say, Helen, something I want to say first. I love you, Helen. With all my heart. I love you. Sure. I'll say it word for word when I get home. Now, did you ever know when I didn't keep a promise? Now, don't you start that now. I love you, Helen. I'll see you. Yeah, real soon.
Right, okay, we'll have the suspect in custody for you. Call you later. That was Gaynor from the Fresno Sheriff's Office. Well, they found the body. A guy named Dolly Maxwell, general cowhand in that area for years.
So, what's next?
I think this whole thing's gonna come together in the next couple hours.
Does Pepper know?
No. And I don't want to be the one to tell her.
Who's your buyer?
Small-time hood out of San Diego, runs a string of restaurants. He's gonna take it.
What'd you do with Maxwell?
Buried him. You want that beef at Markham's restaurant tonight after 2, right?
That's right. He looks at the beef, we get our bucks, and he's on his way back to San Diego.
Whatever you guys want.
Y52 to 12Y90. Ben just arrived with the meat truck. Looks like things are just about ready to go down.
Roger, 90. Pepper and I are en route. Let's go.
Fresno said he was killed with a .45 caliber revolver.
That's right. They got an investigator who'll be down tomorrow to take him into custody.
Yeah. If we were going any other place in the world.
Ben, what the hell's going on here tonight?
I don't get you.
Galloway's out there with a couple of heavy-looking dudes from San Diego or someplace. Look, I never bargained for anything like this.
Customers all gone?
Yeah?
You and the hell get out of here. Keep that back door unlocked.
Ben, what's going on?
Good night. Park that back.
Oh, Duran, this is Ben Fletcher, our supplier. There you go, Ben. As usual, cash on delivery.
Cowboy, you got good taste in beef. Sit down, join us in the drink.
No, thanks. I'll go over there and pour myself a drink. As soon as you check out the delivery, I'll get...
You ready to show?
Yeah. At his pleasure.
Go have a look-see.
It's out back. Be quick now. We don't want us sitting around.
$12.50. They're in the truck now.
50. Yeah, we've seen them. You take the truck. We'll take the inside.
Got it.
Hold it right there, please. Put your hands up. Put them up. Put against the truck.
All right, if you do, you'll be deader than that beef that's in the truck. Get on down. Come on.
Police officers, get your hands on the table. Get them up there where I can see them. Come on, let's go. Get them up. Hey, no, it's okay. We're not armed. Hey, come on, easy. Easy, we haven't got...
Ben! Ben!
Hey. Hey, Pepper. I'm sorry. I let you down.
No, you didn't. We wouldn't have been here if you hadn't called the police. What happened with Maxwell?
Yeah. Oh, it was him and me.
Oh. Come on, Ben. Ben, come on. Come on. It took a lot of courage to do that.
Calling an ambulance. Hang in there, Ben.
Ambulance. I ain't gonna need one of those. Now, Pepper, you listen to me. When I was a little kid, it was the worst thing in the world a man could do to steal somebody else's cattle. But when my wife, my home, when she was sick, and I didn't have any money, I got desperate. Had to do something.
You did what you had to do.
Yeah, but stealing somebody else's cattle. Don't you let her find out about that. Don't you let her. Those
She won't.
insurance papers.
She won't.
That's all she's got.
She won't. She won't find out. I promise.